catcher, number 15, Casey Brightchat. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 3, Donovan Bard. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 5, Brody Alexander. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 18, Trey Mace. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 31, Ethan Bailey. And tonight's starting pitcher for your Swift Current 57's, number 40, Hunter Mark. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please stand if you're able to and remove your hats for the Playing of Road Canada. And now, fans, to throw today's ceremonial first pitch, the coach of the 15U Sundogs, Sean Frazier.
All right, 57s fans, welcome to tonight's contest between the Swift Current 57s and the visiting Medicine Hat Mavericks. 57s come into tonight's game. Sorry, hang on a second. Guess I should introduce myself. My name is Joe Collinson. I'll be filling in for Ryan Schweitzer while he's dealing with some family situations this week. So on behalf of the 57s, our thoughts go out to Ryan and his family through this difficult time, and we look forward to seeing Ryan back at the ballpark here pretty soon. Sundogs college volleyball team is heading off the field right now. So the Medicine Hat Mavericks come in second in the East Division, just trailing the Saskatchewan Berries. The Medicine Hat Mavericks are 12-6 right now. The 57s are at the bottom of the East Division, 13-3 coming into tonight's game after a tough loss going into 8th inning, up 2-1, and losing it in the 9th inning, 5-2. So they'll be looking to capitalize on some strong things they've done in that long series against Moose Jaw, and learn some lessons from last night's adventure, and see what happens coming into today. We do not have the batting lineups or the positions yet, but as we go through the game, we'll try to introduce those to you. And of course, you can follow along. You're already following along on Flow Sports. If you're listening and watching this, you can go to WCBLbaseball.com or .ca or .com it is, and check out the standings and the point streak scoring will be coming up here pretty soon as the game gets started. Beautiful night here in Swift Current. It's about 25 degrees, not really much wind at all, beautiful sunny night, and it is Bark at the Park night tonight, so you may see some friendly pooches walking across the bottom of the screen as we're watching the game tonight.
Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the center fielder, number 12, Jeremy Freeman Jr.
Jeremy Freeman Jr. leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. First pitch, fastball low. Deep shot to right field. Off the wall in right field. Right fielder gets it in a hurry, and that's a double for Freeman to start off the game.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 13, Aaron Volcano.
Aaron Volcano now batting for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Ground ball to shortstop, checks the runner back, throws across the diamond. Gets him by a step for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 8, Tyler Van Neste.
Third baseman now batting for the Mavericks, Tyler Van Neste. Big swooping curveball from the pitcher. Misses high, ball 1. Hunter Mark is the starting pitcher for the 57s tonight. Ground ball to the right side. Great play by the second baseman. Fires out. Gets him by a step. Moves the runner over to third, but there's 2 out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 10, Carter Roth.
So with 2 out, the second baseman now batting, Carter Roth. Carter Roth comes into tonight's game batting .459, 34 for 74. Off to a hot start to the season for the Mavericks. Off-speed pitch comes in for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike from Hunter Mark. Dismisses on the inside corner. Roth will take the free pass to first base.
Now batting, the full line and beer batter, the catcher, number 6, Jaden Babiak. If he goes out at the plate, beer will be on sale for the rest of the inning at the Diamond Energy Beer Booth, thanks to Full Line Ag.
Catcher Jaden Babiak batting now for the Mavericks. Also off to a solid start, 342. So runners on the corners for Mark. Goes back to that swooping curveball. Not called for a strike. Ball 1. Pickoff attempt by Mark. Runner back in plenty of time. Fastball in the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball up high, just misses the top part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. 57s are interested where everybody's watching these ball games from, so if you want a shout out for your hometown, send an email to production@swift57s.ca, and we'd like to hear where you're watching from. Just missed on the outside edge there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Curveball again, just misses on the outside corner, and that'll move Babiak to first base. We'll load him up with 2 out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Blake Dale.
Brings to bat shortstop number 5, Blake Dale, with loaded bases. 2 out. Comes inside, not getting any favors from the umpire on that one. Comes back over the middle. Looks like it must have just missed a little bit low. 2 balls. Catcher Casey Prychek's going to go out to the mound, have a bit of a visit with Mark to see what they want to do with 2 balls. Maybe discuss what the runner on second baseman may be looking and trying to steal some signals here. Fastball across the middle, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded for Hunter Mark. Well, that comes in a little bit too far inside. Hits Dale, he'll move over to first, that'll bring everybody around. Medicine Hat will take an early lead.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Evan Morrison.
That will bring Evan Morrison, the first baseman, to bat. Pitch comes across the right side of the plate for a strike. Pops up straight back behind the catcher. Back out of the bleachers for strike 2. Medicine Hat threatening with loaded bases. Hunter Mark tried to pitch out of a jam here. Got 2 strikes with 2 out. Curveball misses high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tip foul, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Medicine Hat threatening with loaded bases, but Mark pitches himself out of a jam. After the first half inning, Medicine Hat leads 1-0. Ball is low, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 out. Runners on first and second. For the catcher, Casey Prychak. Good eye on that one for Prychak. Passes high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Casey liked the looks of that one. A swing and a miss for strike 3. So after 1 complete inning, that is Mavericks have a lead over the 57s. 1-0. Welcome back to Swift Current 57s Baseball on the FloCollege Sports Network. I am Joe Collinson. I am filling in for a regular play-by-play announcer, Ryan Schweitzer, tonight. Ryan will be away for a couple of days. Not here to replace him, just trying to fill in while he's gone.
Technology in soil and crop health. Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the left fielder, number 2, Adam Volcano.
So the Mavs have a 1-0 lead going into the top of the second. Brings up number 2, Adam Volcano. Big first strike by Hunter Mark. Hunter Mark comes right back with that same pitch. Volcano lets it go by for strike 2. Mark tries to hit the corner on that. Misses just in the outside edge. Ball 1. 1-2 delivery from Mark. Just on the high end of the strike zone for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 2, Adam Volcano. So after getting ahead 0-2 in this at-bat, Hunter Marks tried the edges a few times. Volcano's worked it into a full count. Swings on this 2-strike pitch. Just out to the edge. There's a lot of foul territory in Mitchell Field, but that one just hits the outside of the fence by about 6 feet. Not enough room for the first baseman, so we'll do it again on 3-2. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate that. We had some technical difficulties, and of course that's going to happen when I'm up here. But we made it through, so thank you very much for letting us know. Hopefully it won't happen again. Hunter Mark with a great strikeout.
Now batting the designated hitter number 4, Michael Dvorak.
We'll bring Michael Dvorak up for the Mavericks with 1 strike. The umpire needs to go talk to the pitcher for some reason. Something was said to the pitcher, so now they're going to go talk to Medicine Hat's first base coach about it. Or Medicine Hat's, that's their head coach. So we'll see if we can find out what that conversation was about later. But that'll bring Micah Dvorak up with 1 out. So the curveball just misses low and away for ball 1. Yeah, same pitch again, just misses on the outside edge. 2 balls. Two deliveries fouled back by Dvorak into the net. 2 balls, 1 strike. That is curveball off the top of the helmet. Dvorak will take a free pass. But the first runner of the inning with 1 out.
Now batting the center fielder, number 12, Jeremy Freeman Jr.
We'll bring up the top of the lineup again, number 12, Jeremy Freeman Jr. First pitch is a curveball that misses just low for ball 1. Line drive to the second baseman, gets a quick throw back to first base. Umpires don't agree with the call, but the only one that matters is the first base umpire there. It was a quick snap throw back by the second baseman to first base. The Mavericks player must just drive back right in time. Great play by the second baseman nonetheless for the second out. And that will take us to number 13, Aaron Volcano with 2 out for the Mavericks in the top of the second inning. First offering fouled back and out of play. Mark thought he was getting a little too far away from first base, so quick pickoff move. Runner dives back just in time. Curveball misses high and away for ball 1. Thank you to Lisa again for watching from St. Albert, Alberta. I imagine you're a big Cactus Rats fan. Big news for them this year, so looking forward to them playing in Swift Current sometime here this season. Hopefully make a road trip out that near the Edmonton area and catch a game sometime this year too. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Volcano. Off-speed pitch again, misses just low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Comes back with a fastball, top of the zone. Volcano liked it, swung and missed. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Run will be in motion. Going to be looking to shut him down where he stands. Volcano keeps himself alive, fouling it back into the net. Volcano batting .256 in the season with 4 home runs. Nothing on that one. Another great pitch to end the inning for Hunter Mark. Get himself out of jam so far. So after 1.5 innings, the Mavericks lead 1-0.
Leading off for the Swift from 57, sponsored by Tourism Saskatchewan, the right fielder, number 3, Donovan Borg.
We are back with the bottom half of the second inning. Donovan Borg will be leading it off for the 57s. Sprill working really quick. 2 quick strikes on Borg. Tries to bounce that one through the strike zone. Umpire's not buying that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Comes back inside. Borg must have been looking outside that one. Comes right through the inside of the strike zone. The umpire liked it though. Brings the big left-handed batter from Swift Current, Brody Alexander. Sproul starts him with something off speed and misses on the outside edge of the plate. The curveball does come across the edge. Catches the bottom half of the strike zone. Evens the count at 1. Tries to bounce another one through the strike zone. Umpire still doesn't buy that as a pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Alexander gets a nice piece on that one. Great diving play by the left fielder, though. Steals a hit from Alexander. So quick 2 outs for Sproul. Now brings to bat number 18, Trig Mapes. This is the top of the strike zone with that pitch for ball 1. Curveball tries to catch the edge of the plate. No go. 2 balls. Comes back inside. The umpire likes that one for the first strike of the at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 out. Trig. Sproul powers that one past Trig for the second strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Trig not liking that one. Leaves it up there. Goes to a full count. That one misses the bottom of the strike zone. Sproul gives up a walk to Mapes. That's going to bring
The designated hitter, number 31, Ethan Bailey.
Ethan Bailey, the designated hitter from Swift Current. Bailey gives that one right up the middle. Deep, deep, deep. Deepest part of the ballpark, right on the warning track. Center fielder makes it there in time, so that'd be the 3rd out of the inning. So after 2 complete innings, the Mavs lead the 57s 1-0.
WC Dominion Securities. Contact one of their team members for all your financial needs. Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the third baseman, number 8, Tyler Van Nesty.
So into the third inning we go. Mavericks up 1-0. Hunter Mark comes out to work the third inning. Tyler Van Nesty now batting for the Mavericks. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Van Nesty batting 23 for 67 or 343 in the season with 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. So definitely some pop from the left side of the plate. Hunter Mark has him guessing on this at bat though. 2 quick strikes. Tries to get him to chase something on the outside corner. Tyler not biting on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a great third pitch, or fourth pitch of the at-bat. It's Tyler looking. Third strikeout of the game for Hunter Mark. Brings Carter Roth to bat for the Mavericks with 1 away. Fourth strikeout. Actually, hang on. Yeah, that was the 4th strikeout of the game. Loose grip on a curveball there. Misses high and outside. Ground ball to the third baseman. Great pickup by Alexander with a rocket of a throw across the diamond. Gets Roth at first base. Awesome play by Brody Alexander, getting that one with a great throw across. It's a quick 2 outs for the 57s here. And we'll bring up Jaden Babiak. Chips that one down into foul territory along the fence line. Curveball upstairs. Gets a swing and a miss from Babiak. 0-2 with 2 out. Just missed on the edge of that pitch. With that pitch, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Babiak stays alive by fouling that one back over the backstop. Hits that one down the left field line. Drops just into foul territory right by where the fence jets out down the left side there. So we'll set it up to do it again with 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jaden Babiak. Ground ball to the second baseman. Great fielding position. Excellent throw to the first baseman. That'll be the third of the inning. So after 2.5 complete innings, Mavs still lead 1-0. So Tyler Sprill comes back out to work the bottom of the third inning for the Mavericks. So far, he's kept the 57, so only 1 hit so far this game. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts.
Leading off for the Swift from 57, sponsored by ACT Swift, the left fielder, number 25, Silas Hilton.
Back to the top of the lineup for the 57s. Silas Hilton comes to bat. So 2 quick strikes with Sprill to start off Silas Hilton. Misses that one on the outside edge. Silas not wanting to chase that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There was a nice off-speed pitch to Silas Hilton. Gets him swinging.
The first baseman, number 32, Gus Kane.
Now first baseman for the 57s, number 32, Gus Kane. He'll fight it out into right field, left field. High enough, the left fielder has enough time to get underneath it. For the second out of the inning.
Now batting, sponsored by Singular Boards, the shortstop, number 30, Wilmer Henriquez.
That'll bring Wilmer Henriquez with 2 out in the bottom of the third. First pitch is low, gets away from the catcher. Tyler run into a little bit of trouble now. Lost the grip on that one. 2 balls to Enriquez. Nothing wrong with that curveball, just missed a little bit high. 3 balls, no strikes to Enriquez. Goes back to that same spot. Umpire doesn't like it. So we did the 3rd walk of the game for Tyler Spruill.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the center fielder, number 1, Jose Ayala.
And we'll bring Jose Ayala to the plate for the 57s with 2 out. 1 runner on. Likes that first pitch. A little too much. Fouls it down the left field line into the 57's dugout. Quick move by the lefty over to first base. Enriquez, the runner on first, gets back in time. Nasty curveball there from Spruill for the 2nd strike of the at-bat. Ayala stays alive with that one, fouling it back into the parking lot behind Mitchell Field. Fastball top of the zone. Ayala can't catch up to it. Another strikeout for Tyler Spruill to end the 3rd inning. So after 3 complete innings, Mavericks still lead the 57s 1-0. Nice shot on Mitchell Field as Hunter Mark comes out to face the Mavericks in the top of the 4th inning. You can see the sun starting to go down on the west. Some nice shadows start to creep across, reaching to the 3rd baseline.
The oil and natural gas sectors and proudly serving Swift Current area since 1996. Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the shortstop, number 5, Blake Dale.
And we'll bring Blake Dale up to lead off the 4th inning for the Mavericks. First pitch, ground ball to the shortstop. Fires a rocket over to first base. It's the speedy Blake Dale by about 16th of a step. One pitch, one out for the 57s. First pitch is a called strike to Evan Morrison. Takes that matter into his own hands. Fouls that one back off into the net. 2 strikes for Hunter Mark on Evan Morrison. Goes back to the curveball, misses that just low and away. Great pick by catcher Prychak. Use that curveball up, and Morrison drops it into right field, just in front of the right fielder for a safe single.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 2, Adam Volcano.
We'll bring up to the plate, number 2, Adam Volcano. Fastball low down the middle. Umpire likes that for strike 1. What kind of fouls that one back into the minor ball field, back up behind first base. Hunter Mark again gets into a pitcher's count, 0-2. Takes that one off the elbow pad. So Cook 0-2 count is erased.
Now batting,
The hit by pitch.
number 4, Micah Dvorak.
That will bring Micah Dvorak with the runners on first and second, with 1 out for Hunter Mark in the 57s. Dvorak sends it one high and deep into right field. Not enough room for the right fielder, and that is a 3-run shot from Michael Dvorak, his 4th of the year. That'll give him 20 RBIs on the season.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 12, Jeremy Freeman Jr.
Jeremy Freeman Jr. up now for the Mavericks. A 4-run lead in the 4th inning. Hunter Mark goes right back at him with a fastball, just a bit high. Curveball comes across nicely, though. Taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter Mark works that one inside for swinging strike 2. Goes back to work upstairs, just a little high for evens a count at 2s. Marks that one inside again, a little too inside. Full count now to Jeremy Freeman Jr. for the Mavericks. Sends that one back up the middle to the center fielder. Drops right in front of him for a safe single. Not sure he'd have been able to get to that one. Sinking pretty fast. That will bring one of the 3 Volcanos to the plate in Aaron. Number 13, Aaron Volcano now. We'll bring a mound visit from 57's coach, Rudy Estrella. We're back after that short mound visit. Aaron Volcano at the plate. First pitch is a little high. 1 ball. Works that back in. That'll be fouled back out of territory. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Going on the pitch. Great throw by Pychek. Speed runner gets in there just in the nick of time. And that'll give us runners on second base with 1 out. Pitch was called a ball. Mark goes to that fastball down and in. Called for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Comes inside. Escapes from Prychek's mitt. And that will send the runner over to third base.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Tyler Vanesti.
Volcano will escape to first base with a walk. And that will take us back up to Tyler Vanesti. So runners on the corners now for Vanesti. Still 1 out. Big sweeping off-speed pitch there. Hunter Mark still battling in there. Action in the 57's bullpen, though. When I get a number, I'll tell you who's warming up. Nicely stays alive. Fouls that one back off into our neighbor's garage. Hunter again into a quick 0-2 count. Runner goes on that. Throws down. Prychek throws down. Mavericks do the double steal. Shortstop had cut that off and threw home. Thought they would have had him in time. And the umpire ruled he slid in under the tag. So successful double steal for the Mavericks. Brings in another run. 5-0 now for the Mavericks. Venice sealed the plate with a 2-2 count, 1 out. Venice hits that one hard up the middle to the center fielder, deepest part of the park. He's got room on the track there. So a second out, but that will move the runner from second to third.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 10, Carter Roth.
Carter Roth will now come up, second baseman for the Mavericks, with 2 out. And be popped up to the second baseman, right almost on second base. So that'll be the third out for the Mavericks in the top of the 4th inning. Score 4 runs off a big 3-run home run though, and that will take us 5-0 after 3.5 complete. Swift Current 57's baseball live on Flow Sports.
Now pitching for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, number 14, Gary Norman. Leading off for the Swift Current 57, sponsored by Fraternal Order of Eagle Swift Current, the catcher, number 15, Casey Brightjack.
So into the bottom of the 4th you go. Casey Prychek now batting. We've got a pitching change for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Gary Doman now pitching for the Mavericks. Quick lurks to a 1-1 count on the catcher, Prychak. Tries the top of the zone and misses. 2-1. Prychek gets that one, a line drive past the first baseman, hits it in right field down the line. Right fielder cuts it off and gets it in quickly, limiting Prychek to a single. And that'll bring up for the 57s. Number 3, Donovan Borg. bit high on that one. Tries to throw it past the catcher. Great athletic jump to save that from going to the net. Borg 0 for 1 so far in this game. Quick 2-0 count for Borg. See, if you look down to first base there, you can see the angle of the sun from the pitcher, causing a little bit of havoc for the first baseman to see any pickoff attempt. And there's a nice catch, or a nice hit by Borg into left field, right at the left fielder. So good, solid base hit by Borg. Brings to the plate, serve current product, Brody Alexander. Mavs will have a quick visit on the mound with a runner on second base, maybe to discuss the signals that they're giving, make sure they're not giving anything away or tipping any pitches. '57's looking to start something early here with the first 2 runners on. Inside edge of the batter's box for strike 1. Same spot for the pitcher. Umpire did not like that one, so 1-1. So that one gets past the diving first baseman. They're going to send Prychek from second, so he'll score the first run of the 57's campaign tonight, of the game tonight. They'll put runners on the corners.
Now batting the second baseman, number 18, Trig Mapes.
And that brings Trig Mapes to the plate. Great attempt by the first baseman to get to that ball. It just hit a little too fast, so great piece of hitting there by Alexander. Bunt attempt by Mapes. Pitcher throws it way too high to get the speedy Donovan Borg. So great bunt drop down by Mapes to an unsuspecting Mavericks defense, and that gets the second run across. So the Mavericks coach will come out and have a quick talk to the infield. Pitcher Gary Dolman.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 31, Ethan Bailey.
57's got something going. Two runs across already. Runners on first and second with nobody out for Ethan Bailey. Curveball goes across outside. Bailey with a half swing. Strike 1. That one misses on the outside edge. Bailey held his bat for that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bailey fights that inside pitch off to the second baseman. We'll pick it up and fire to first, but he'll move the runners over. Second and third now, from only one away. Back to the top of the lineup. For number 25, Silas Hilton. Silas Hilton out of Placitas, New Mexico. Fouls that one back into the net for strike one. Hilton batting .320 on the season, but 0 for 2 on the game tonight so far. Late breaking curveball by Doman on that pitch. Comes across for strike two. Fastball gets past the swinging Silas Hilton for strike two. Here's strike three.
By the city of Swift Current, the first baseman, number 32, Gus Kane.
Gus Kane now up, batting .283 in the season. Getting 2 home runs and 14 RBIs. 1 for 2 tonight. Like to make something happen with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. See if we can get a couple more across. Close the gap in the fourth inning. This is the inside edge for ball one. It's called strike. On Gus, evens the count, 1-1. Gus likes that pitch, just a little bit behind on the swing, fouls it off down into the concession stand. Two-strike approach now for Gus with runners on second and third, 2 out. Drop third strike. Catcher astutely picks it up, tags Gus before he can make a break for first base. So that strikeout to close the inning, but not before the Indians. Wow, they have not been that since 2017. Sorry, Swift Current 57 scored 2 in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that'll take us 5-2 for the Mavericks after 4 complete.
After 4 innings complete, it's 5-2 in favor of the Medicine Hat Mavericks over the Swift Current.
So yeah, that was the old team name for years and years and years until 2017 when the team rebranded to the Swift Current 57s to represent the number of years that they played baseball in Swift Current as the Swift Current Indians. won the WCBL championship the last year as the Indians, and then they're back-to-back, and the first year is the 57s. The year after that.
The fifth inning is brought to you by Tom's Yards. We specialize in residential yard maintenance. Visit the website today at tomsyards.ca. Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the full-on egg beer batter. The catcher, number 6, Jordan Babiak.
So, Jaden Babiak leads off the top of the fifth inning for a News of Canadians pitcher, 57's pitcher, Shunta Furuya from Kanagawa, Japan. This is that first one high and outside for ball 1. He's working that curveball again. Misses high, low, 2-0. Still not connecting with that yet. So Babiak will work an early 3-0 count. See if he's got a green light to swing away, or we'll wait until Shunta gets a strike thrown. There he goes. Comes right back down the middle with a fastball. Three and 1 now to Jaden. Bit of an off-speed pitch there. Change a bit of direction. Farias working himself to a full count after getting behind 3-0. Chip to the second baseman on the right side. Second baseman gets there in plenty of time, just couldn't grab the handle. Maybe tried to hurry it a little bit, and the speedy Jane Babiak gets to first base. It's ruled an error on the second baseman. Next Mavs batter takes the first pitch to deep in left field. Deep enough the left fielder could catch to it though. Catch it for the first out of the inning. Brings Evan Morrison back to the plate. It was number 5, Blake Dale, who hit that fly ball to left field. Pickoff attempt to first base. Mavs runner back in time. Another pickoff attempt. He's trying to get the jersey dirty. Quick move by our pitcher. Evan Morrison still waiting for the first offering. Big curveball drops in for a strike. No break on that curveball that time. Leaves that one high and away. Evens the count for Morrison. Morrison hits that one a ton to right field. And that will go over the short fence, not over the big fence, but that's a home run. Another 2 on the board for the Mavericks here in the 5th inning. courtesy an Evan Morrison home run. It'll be his third home run of the season, 11 RBIs total for him so far.
Now batting, the left fielder number 2, Adam Volcano.
One of the 3 Volcanos on the Mavericks team, Adam, now to the plate. First pitch high, now breaking down into the zone. Ball 1. There's a big swooping curveball for strike 1. Not close enough on that edge there for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Adam Volcano. That is a base hit up the middle. Drops in. Whoa! That is not a base hit up the middle. That is a great diving catch by the center fielder for the second out of the inning. Stole that base hit away from Adam Volcano.
The designated hitter number 4, Micah Dvorak.
So 2 outs now for the 57s, and that brings up number 4, Micah Dvorak. Dvorak hit that big 3-run home run an inning ago. Hits that one a ton into foul territory. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dvorak chops that one down the line. First baseman will pick it up just into fair territory. Dvorak wants a foul call. The umpire says it stayed fair. Dvorak doesn't agree, but they'll concede the out. So Mavericks put another 2 runs on the board, and after 4.5 innings, they lead 7-2.
Sponsored by Senior Rewards, the shortstop number 30, Wilmer Enriquez.
Wilmer Enriquez leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Swift Current Indians on the Flow Sports streaming network. Thank you all for joining us in this beautiful sunny evening from Swift Current. See the shadows are starting to creep their ways across the field. The lights have been turned on. Lost the handle on the first pitch. Did Doman for 1 ball. Because foul was that one hard down to the 57's bullpen. She's a great shot. It looks a little bit dark, but you can see as the sun goes down behind the clubhouse and behind the trees in the west. See those shadows creeping across the field, and you can see the lights have been turned on, so you'll see a nice transition from daylight into ballpark night lights in the next hour. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Enriquez. Bowman misses that one just outside again. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hammered hard to the third baseman with an amazing line drive grab. First out for the Mavs.
The center fielder, number 1, Jose Ayala.
We'll bring number 1, Jose Ayala, to the plate for the 57s. Curveball breaks late. Comes across for a strike. Leaves that one a little bit high. Might have been a 2-seam fastball. It didn't come back down. I tried to get him to chase, but 2 balls, no strikes. Chopper back up the middle, picked up by the shortstop, fired across the diamond. Picked by the first baseman. Second out of the inning for the...
Now batting, sponsored by Fraternal Order of Eagles Swift Current. The catcher, number 15, Casey Prychak.
Bring catcher Casey Prychak to the plate now. 2 out. That's popped up to the left fielder. There's enough time to get underneath it, make the catch for the 3rd out. So that will finish the 5th inning here in Swift Current. Mavericks maintain their lead by 5, 7-2 after 5 complete.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on after 5 innings complete. It's 7-2 in favor of the Medicine Hat Mavericks over the Swift Current 57s. If you're caught up in the WCBL excitement, stay in the game with FloCollege. Stream all the baseball action live and on demand. Visit FloCollege.com and keep watching your favorite teams. We're pitching in for a fight all June long. Submit the name of someone currently fighting, a survivor, or someone we've lost from cancer to our 57th Legacy Towels, a lasting tribute from our team and our fans. Stop by the merch booth to take part. Playing left field for the Swift Current 57s, number 13, Braxton Vale.
Defensive change for the 57s. Braxton Vale will now move over to left field. Shinta Ferreira still pitching for the 57s.
Located at 236 First Avenue Northwest, are eager to be your local resource for finding that new home of your dreams. Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the center fielder, number 12, Jeremy Freeman Jr.
Top of the lineup, we'll start off the 6th inning for the Medicine Hat Mavericks in Jeremy Freeman Jr. Freeman hit that one deep all the way out to the fence. The 57's right fielder got to the fence underneath it and lost it in the sun. Made a great attempt at it, though, and got it in a hurry to limit Freeman Jr. to a double.
The right fielder, number 13, Aaron Volcano.
And then we'll bring Aaron Volcano to the plate with a runner on second base. Parchek running to the 57's dugout really quick for some repairs on his helmet. Ready to go for Volcano. Just high on that offering from Faria. 1 ball. Maybe curveball again from the pitcher, 57's pitcher. Just misses on the outside edge. 2 balls. Ground ball to the second base, to the shortstop, fires to third. 57's quick snap to third. Thought they got the tag down. Umpire says he slid under the tag. So no one on third base there.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Tyler Van Ness.
Dvorak ends up moving the runner over. So runners on the corners with nobody out. Brings Tyler Van Neste to the plate. And outside corner on Van Neste for strike 1. Curveball laced into right field. Right fielder gets it in a hurry, not before a run scores. And base runner moves from first to third.
Number 10, Carter Robb.
Scores a run, makes it 8-2 for the Mavericks. Runner still in the corner with nobody out. Rudy Estrella is going to make a visit to the mound here. Carter Roth will be batting for the Medicine Hat Mavericks after this visit. So the 57s have spent time talking about what to do in the event of a double steal, as the Mavericks have already pulled that off earlier in this game. Freya now to pitch to Carter Roth. Set up the middle, bit into the gap, right in front of the center fielder. Again, another single, moves the runners from first to third. Brings the runner on third home.
The full-on egg beer batter, the shortstop, number 5, Blake Dale.
Second run of the inning for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Brings to the plate number 6, Blake Dale. Sorry, number 5, Blake Dale. Nope, sorry, got ahead of myself in the lineup here. That is number 6, Jaden Babiak. Big swooping curveball from Freya, stays high. 2-0. Ball comes back to the net. Gets away from Prychek. Hurries to get it back to the pitcher, not in time. So the Mavericks will move up on the pass ball. Or the third run of the inning for the Mavericks. And 3-0 now to Babiak. The runner on second, nobody out. Catches the high corner on that. 3-1. Curveball comes across for a called strike 2. Now working a full count to number 6 for the Mavericks. Shunta Freya with a full count offering. Chop to the first baseman, he'll take it by himself. Unassisted put out, but it moves the runner over to first base. Or moves the runner over to third base. So that is the first out of the inning. And now that brings to the plate number 5, Blake Dale. One ball, one strike to Dale. Misses on the outside. Goes in the dirt, back to the net. The runner from third base will score for another Mavericks run this inning. There's action in the 57's bullpen. And a few people warming up down in the Mavericks bullpen here as well. Fastball. Blake Dale swings through that one for a 2-strike count. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. No runners on, 1 out. Curveball misses on the outside. Prychek blocks it, keeps it a little bit in front of him, out to the side. Full count now. Hammered hard down the left field line. Looks like it just went on, just out of foul territory. So do it again, full count. With one out. Curveball there just misses on the outside corner. So Dale will escape with a walk.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Evan Morrison.
Brings up the first baseman, Evan Morrison. Evan Morrison hits that one hard into right field. 57's right fielder's not going to be able to catch that one. And that's another 2-run home run for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. 6 runs for the Mavericks this inning brings the score 13-2. Morrison now 4 for 5 on the inning, in the 4 for 5 tonight. It's going to bring Rudy out to end the inning for Shunta Freya. We'll see who the new pitcher is here for you in a second.
Pitching for the Swifter 57s, number 49, Luke Reeser.
Okay, hopefully you heard that. Number 49, Luke Reeser, now pitching for the 57s. Will come in with no runners on, 1 out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 2, Adam Volcano.
So Luke Reeser comes in to pitch now to number 2, Adam Volcano for the Mavericks. Trying to lock this inning down. First pitch just misses from Luke Reeser for ball 1. Foul territory, not enough room for the first baseman to get there. Goes to the outside, not chased at by the Mavericks hitter, so 2-1 is the count. Comes back inside, hit just down the left field line for base hit. It's turning to second base, the throw is going to second base. He'll be in there with a double. Brings to bat number 4, Micah Dvorak. Reeser gets ahead with that one. No balls, 1 strike. Micah takes that one foul. Down the street past Mitchell Field onto 19th Avenue. So Reeser's got a quick 2 strikes here on Micah. A little bit of a delayed call on that strike 3. But strike 3 nonetheless. So good strikeout for Luke Reeser. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the Mavericks lineup with Jeremy Freeman Jr. The 2 out, runner on second base. First pitch to Freeman Jr. just misses low for ball 1. Fastball catches the edge of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reeser goes back to the same spot. Umpire agrees. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 2 out. Runner on second base. Goes to the same spot 3 times in a row and just missed that time. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second base for Luke Reeser from Northfield, Ohio. Freeman hits that one just down the right side into the Mavericks dugout. Stays alive to get another pitch. So here's the 2-2 offering from Luke Reeser. Fastball just comes inside. Somewhere between the edge of the plate and the edge of Jeremy Freeman Jr. He'll take it to a full count. 2 out. Big strikeout for Luke Reeser to end the inning there. Luke comes in and gets 2 out to end the inning for the 57s. Mavericks put up 6, though. That'll take us to 13-2 after 5.5 innings. Pitching change for the Mavericks for the bottom of the 6th inning. Now pitching number 44, Graham Stack. So the 57s will look to start the climb back into this game. Donovan Borg from St. Clair, Michigan will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for the 57s. Gets a hold of that one, hits it deep into left field. Mavericks left fielder gets under it under the warning track.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Brody Alexander.
First out of the inning for the Mavericks brings Brody Alexander to the plate for the 57s. Just on the inside between Brody and the plate for ball 1. Shipping curveball comes across for called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tries a curveball again, leaves that one a little bit on the outside. 2 balls, 1 now. Brody hits that one to the second baseman. Flips over to first for the second out of the inning for the Mavericks.
Now batting the second baseman, number 18, Trig Mapes.
And that does bring Trig Mapes out of Great Falls, Montana, with 2 out in the bottom of the 6th here for the 57s, trailing 13-2. A lot of movement on that curveball. Comes into the zone for a strike, called strike one. Stack throws that one on the outside edge, gets past the catcher. Ball one. Chop to the shortstop. Makes a running throw over to the first baseman. So a quick 3 up, 3 down for the Mavericks and Graham Stack. After 6 complete innings, the Mavericks still lead the Swift Current 57s, 13-2.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. After 6 innings complete, it's 13-2 in favor of the Medicine Hat Mavericks over the Swift Current 57s. Make sure you get your 50-50 tickets. It's a really big one tonight. The jackpot is now at $900, and we're making the draw in the 8th inning. Still time to get your tickets. You can get them in the merch booth or from one of our volunteers in the stands. Game tickets are available online this season. Visit our website at swift57s.ca or our social media pages to get the link, or you can scan the QR code on your way out. And don't forget, the third base concession booth now serves hot food, and tonight is Winter Wednesday, so you can grab yourself a great deal on a hot dog tonight at both concessions. The 7th inning is brought to you by The Brick and Swift Current, locally owned, nationally priced. The Brick, saving you more. Visit the main store or online. Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the right fielder, number 13, Aaron Volcano.
Aaron Volcano will lead it off in the top of the 7th inning for Swift Current 57s baseball on the Flow Sports Network. Ball one, high and in. 57s kept the game close for the first few innings. In the last 3, the Mavericks have been able to put a lot of numbers up on the board, putting the ball in play. A few of them over the fence. Not that one. Swinging strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Then number 13, Aaron Volcano. It's 1 for 3 on the evening. Sharper to the shortstop. Good athletic throw. Gets the speedy Volcano in time for 1 out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 8, Tyler Van Nesty.
Tyler Van Nesty now for the 57s. Nope. Tyler Van Nesty now for the Mavericks. Luke Reeser still in to pitch for the 57s.
That's a close out of a good foul ball. Run and get that ball and bring it back to the merch booth to get a loony.
Pitch fell high and back. Out of play in Mitchell Field. 1 strike now. The ball low and away for ball 1. One popped up. It's not going to stay in the park. One ball, 2 strikes now. Popped up to the shortstop right beside second base. Make the grab for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 10, Carter Roth.
We'll bring Carter Roth to the plate with 2 out. The top of the 7th. First pitch from Reeser just misses low for ball 1. Two and 0 now to Carter Roth for the Mavericks. Fastball comes across on the outside edge of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Misses with an off-speed pitch on the outside edge of the plate. 3 balls, 1. That's chopped to the third baseman. Alexander makes a great grab. Another good athletic throw across the diamond. Beats the speedy Roth to first base, so a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for the 57s. The top of the 7th. So go into the bottom. Mavericks up 13-2. We're back now on the 57s Baseball Network, brought to you by Flow Sports. 57s have got the first 3 runners on board. Base hit by Ethan Bailey, a walk to Vale, and now a walk to Gus Kane. So Graham Stack is going to exit the inning and exit the game in the top of the 7th inning. I think we've got number 39, Carter Claypack, pitching, but confirm that here in a second.
Now pitching for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, number 39, Carter Klepak.
Carter Klepak, according to our Swift Current 57's Mitchell Field PA announcer. Colin Powers doing it tonight. Definitely one of the best in the business of what he does. Radio announcing, news coverage, covers a lot of events in Southwest Saskatchewan, so he would be the person you would defer to on names for sure.
Now batting, sponsored by Senior Rewards, the shortstop, number 30, Wilmer Enriquez.
So after that pitching change, Wilmer Enriquez, number 30 for the Swift Current 57s, will come up with loaded bases, nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. 57s looking to get something done this inning, claw back some of those numbers. First pitch fouled straight back.
Kids, that's another blue side of a third foul ball. Running at that ball and bring it back to the merch booth to get a loony.
A 1 pitch from Carter, just a little high. One and one now to Enriquez. Goes outside, misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carter still working around the edge, not getting anything from the umpire. 3 balls, 1 strike now. It's a great at bat from Enriquez. That walk will bring in a run.
Sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the center fielder, number 1, Jose Ayala.
So Jose Ayala will come up for the 57s to continue to work against the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Threatening with nobody out, bases loaded. That goes way over the catcher. Vale's going to sprint home. Everybody's going to move around one base, and that is another Swift Current run. So 1 ball now to Ayala. Runners on second and third. Good eye by Ayala on that fastball. 2-0. Curveball stays in the outside edge, does not come across. Good job for Ayala holding off on that close pitch. 3-0. First base open, they might pitch around him to try to get a forced play somewhere. Oh, come right back after him. Fastball down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Ball just about at Ayala's head. I'll take that one for a walk. And that will bring the catcher. Casey Prychak to the plate now. Base is still loaded with nobody out. 57s have 2 so far this inning. Looking to add some more and claw back some of those numbers the Mavericks have put up the last 3 innings. Stack still missing a little bit high with that curveball. And that one's gonna get catch the leg of Prychak, and that's gonna force a run around. Prychak will take his walk down to first base. Everybody moves up 90 feet. So meeting on the mound for the Mavericks, and that will do it for Graham Stack. So we'll have a pitching change.
Pitching for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, number 3, Garrett Levesque.
Number 3, Garrick Levesque, now pitching for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Levesque comes into this game with 10.1 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, and 6 walks. He's only given up 16 hits. And to welcome into the game will be number 3, Donovan Borg for the 57s. So again, nobody out yet. 57s have gotten a few runs in this inning. Loaded bases, looking to keep on doing some damage. First pitch from Garrick Levesque is a strike. Catches the corner on that pitch for a called strike 2. Levesque to Borg on 0-2. Curveball stays just outside, does not catch the edge. Good eye by Donovan Borg to leave that one out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line drive by Borg right back at the shortstop, so that'll be the first out. All the runners were not too far off the base, so they scamper back. No opportunity for a double play there.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 5, Brody Alexander.
So that is the first out of the inning with loaded bases in the bottom of the 7th here for the 57s. Brody Alexander chops the first pitch foul back behind him. 0-1. So that pitch gets by the Mavericks catcher. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet. One more swift curt run, so that's 4 for the this inning. Brings the gap closer to 7. So 1-1 now to Brody. That pitch just in the inside between the plate and Brody. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Good eye by Alexander on that pitch. That comes across just on the outside edge. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Curveball comes across, just missed the threads on Brody's sweater, but he'll take the pass. So let's go alone, load it up again with 1 out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 18, Trig Mapes.
Trig Mapes now batting for the 57s. Good eye for Trig, leaving that pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Misses outside for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. High and outside on that curveball, 3-1 now. The count to Trigg, loaded bases, 1 out. Big cut on that one. Trigg looking to do some damage. Full count now. And that ball is going to be called low and outside, so that's going to move Trigg Mapes 90 feet and everybody along ahead of him.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 31, Ethan Bailey.
Ethan Bailey now up. Number 31 for the 57s, the designated hitter. Loaded bases, 1 out now. 57s put 5 up on the board. Close the gap to 6. Hits a line drive to the second baseman. Second baseman goes off of his glove. Deflects to the shortstop. Everybody's going to scamper ahead as nobody could corral that. Everyone's going to move 90 feet.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT Swift, the left fielder, number 13, Braxton Vale.
Braxton Vale now up with still 1 out, still loaded bases. Vale looking to do some damage to that first cut. 1 strike. Ball's in the dirt. Braxton checks his swing. Evens him up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Loaded bases. Bottom of the 7th inning. That one comes inside, just misses Braxton Vale on the arm. 2 balls, 1 strike. Catcher calls timeout for equipment repair. Two-one offering now. Braxton hits it back to the second baseman. Second baseman loses a handle on that. So the Mavericks will only be able to turn 1. That'll still be another Swift Current run.
Now batting, sponsored by the City of Swift Current, the first baseman, number 32, Gus Kane.
So just the second out of the inning for the 57s. Runners on the corners. Number 32, Gus Kane. 1 for 3 on the evening. Looking to keep things going here. Curveball stays up, doesn't come down into the zone. Kane being disciplined at the plate, 1-0. Kane hits it to the right side. That's going to get through. Right fielder gets it in a hurry and throws a missile over to third base. No opportunity for anybody to advance further. So that'll be the 8th run of the inning for the 57s. These runners on first and second and a short mound visit. by the Mavericks. Oh, actually, there'll be a pitching change. So Garrick Levesque will be done for the evening. Let's see if we can steal the player's number. Looks like that could be number 28, Luis Diaz.
Now pitching for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, number 20, Diego Santella.
Oh, no, number 20, Diego Santella. He was number 42 on the old roster with that, so I can find him. Diego Santella. 12 strikeouts, 4 walks on 13 innings for Santella on the season. Runners on first and second. Two out here for the 57s. Put up 8 so far this inning to close the gap to within 3. Looking to keep it alive with a big 2-out rally. First 2 from Santella are balls. Enriquez at the dish for the 57s. Fastball on the outside edge of the plate. Just misses for ball 3. See how disciplined Enriquez is on a 3-0 count for the new pitcher. Green light on that one. So the ball must have maybe deflected or went off the catcher. Looks like he shaking his hand there a little bit. Hearing some people say maybe the bat hit the catcher's hand on the backswing. Medicine Hat's coach is going to come out and have a look. Looks like that is Jaden Babiak now catching. So they're going to give him a couple of warm-up catches back there just to see how his hand is doing. Or Jaden Babiak, sorry. Not Jordan, Jaden Babiak. All right. So all signs good. So let's get back to the game. 3-1. 2 out, runners on first and second. Enriquez being more disciplined on that one. Didn't swing at strike 2. So full count, 2 out. Runners will be going on it. As soon as he commits to home, runners will be in motion. He chops it into left field. That's going to drop short of the left fielder. So that's going to score 1. Going to advance to second. Rudy's going to send him. He's going to score from first. That is 10 runs for the 57s this inning, and they claw back to within 1. Great job of plate discipline, dropping that pitch just into left field, just short of the left fielder where he couldn't get to it easily. Really aggressive running by, coaching, base running coaching by Estrella, the coach and third base coach tonight, getting the score all the way from first base. So 13-12 now the score with 2 out. First pitch was a strike. Runner on first base is the situation. Big curveball out of Centella. Swing and miss for strike 2. 0-2, 2 out. Fouls that straight back almost at the announce booth. Staying alive with a 2-strike count. Scoreboard in Mitchell Field only shows single digits for the inning, so it looks like 13-2, but it is 13-12 here in Swift Current. Centella with a fastball just misses high. One ball, 2 strikes now. Great pitch by Centella to shut down the 57s there. Not after they scored 10, though. Big, huge inning. The 57s definitely needed that for tonight's game and for the season. So they get back to within 1. So after 7 complete innings, Mavericks lead 13-12 57s. Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball on FloCollege. You'll notice the scoring ticker has disappeared from the top left of the screen as the iPad that controls that ticker has now died. So hopefully we can get that back and restored here shortly. But it is 13-12 into the top of the 8th inning. First pitch inside, called ball. This is Luke Reeser still pitching, and now batting is Jaden Babiak. Curveball misses high for ball 2. Fastball just on the outside edge of the plate for ball 3. That fastball does catch the edge. So 3-1 now to Jaden Babiak. That one does not catch the edge of the plate, so Jaden draws a walk.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 5, Blake Dale.
Speedy number 5, Blake Dale, will come up now for the Mavericks in the top of the 8th inning. Runner on first with nobody out. Dale shows bunt and pulls back as the pitch is up near his head. 1 ball. This is a remarkable pickoff by lefty Luke Reeser. Had Jaden leaning towards second base, not enough time to get back. Great pickoff and an excellent tag by the first baseman. So that'll be the first out of the inning for the 57s. 1-0 count with 1 out to Blake Dale at the plate. Too low, says the umpire. 2 balls. It's a fly ball up to the middle. Hangs up in the air long enough for the center fielder to camp underneath it. So after pickoff on a fly ball, Luke Reeser's got 2 up, 2 down. They'll bring number 22, Evan Morrison, to the plate. Ball's in the dirt. The umpire says he swung. Morrison tried to pull back. 1 strike. Medicine Hat's chirping the umpire. Umpire's not having any of it. Fastball up and in. Morrison swings through it for the 2nd strike. 0-2 with 2 out. Nobody on the top of the 8th inning. Great off-speed pitch by Reeser to end the inning. Big swing and a miss by Morrison. So after that half of the inning, 3 up, 3 down. The 57s trail by just 1. 13-12.
pitching for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, number 28, Luis Diaz.
All right, now number 28, Luis Diaz, is now pitching for the Mavericks. Coming in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swift Current trails by 1. 13-12 is the score. Catcher Casey Prychak will lead off for the 57s in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Sponsored by Fraternal Order of Eagle Swift Current. The catcher, number 15, Casey Prychak.
Diaz starts with a fastball, misses just on the outside edge. Popped up to the right side, still in ample foul territory here in Mitchell Field for the third baseman to camp underneath it.
Saskatchewan, the right fielder, number 3, Donovan Borg.
So that first out will bring Donovan Borg to the plate. Borg swings to the first pitch, and that's fouled off into foul territory. Outside of the reach of the third baseman this time.
Change for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, now playing center field, number 1, Yusei Yusawa.
One strike pitch to Donovan Borg. He hits it into the gap in left field. Center fielder's on his horse. Left fielder runs there too. Left fielder gets to it first. He'll make the catch.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Brody Alexander.
Brody Alexander here with 2 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swift Current still trailing by 1. Going to get more going with 2 outs here. That pitch just misses low. Brody swings through that fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Swift Current product. Good plate discipline on that one. Lets that one go by. 2 balls, 1 strike now. That one just catches the inside edge of the plate there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Brody. Brody does not swing at that pitch, just misses the edges. Be full count now. Chop to the right side. Diving stop by the second baseman. No, it goes off of his glove into right field. So the 57s are going to keep it alive with a base hit by Brody Alexander.
The second baseman, number 18, Treg Mapes.
There's Treg Mapes up to the plate now. Brody Alexander now goes 2 for 4 on the night with that base hit. Trigg likes that first pitch, just fouls it off into the fence. Diaz offering high and in on that one. Trigg backs out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Too close to leave it alone. Trigg fights it off. Back into the net this way. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on first base. Bottom of the 8th inning. 57s trail by 1. Swing and miss by Trig on that third strike. Picked up and tagged up by the catcher for the third out. So after 8 complete innings, Swift Current trails by 1, 13-12 going into 9. Well, what started as a runaway has turned into a ball game here in the 9th inning. Going to the top of the 9th. Mavericks have a 1-run lead over your hometown Swift Current 57s. Put up a big 10-run 7th inning, sorry.
Proudly serving Southwest Saskatchewan with premium quality bulk fuels and lubricants for over 50 years. Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the left fielder, number 2, Adam Volcano.
Adam Volcano will lead it off the top of the 9th for the Mavericks. 57s need to shut him down quick. Get a couple more runs here. Reeser still working here in the 9th inning. First pitch was a ball. Fouled back into the net here by Volcano. Evens the count. Off-speed pitch, curves back into the zone. Late breaking ball. 1-2 now. Reeser on Volcano. Nobody out, nobody on. Chipped foul back towards the 57's dugout. Volcano keeping himself alive. User tries for the corner, try to get Volcano to chase something. No doing so. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good fastball by Reeser there, just misses low and away. So Volcano's worked it to a full count now with nobody out. Full count offering, and the umpire did not think that was close enough, so Volcano will take the walk.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 4, Michael Dvorak.
Now we'll bring up Michael Dvorak. One for 3 on the night, but hit a 3-run home run earlier in the game. Shows bunt. Pops are foul. So that'll be strike 1 on Dvorak. Volcano on first base. Reeser's got a good move, so he's not getting too much of a lead. Volcano bunts towards first base. They're going to settle for the 1 out. Volcano will move over to second base. So a successful bunt by Dvorak. Yusei Usawa now was brought in as a center fielder last inning. This is his first plate appearance tonight. First pitch from Reeser is a ball. Let's see if we can keep our ticker alive now. Top of the ninth, the runner on second base, 1 out. 13-12 for the Mavericks over the Swift Current 57s. Uzawa batting. Swung through that pitch. Great pitch by Luke Reeser. Evens the count 1-1 with 1 out, 1 on, 1 run discrepancy. Curveball. Yusei watched it go past. Called for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss or drop third strike. We'll fire it down to first and make sure that the runner doesn't advance. So that's 2 out.
The right fielder, number 13, Aaron Volcano.
So Aaron Volcano now with Adam Volcano standing on second base. 2 out, top of the ninth inning. 57s would like to get him out quickly. Get back on the bats. Pitch missed just high. Nothing offering from Luke Reeser. Great pitch on the outside edge by Reeser. Evens it up 1-1 on Volcano. Couldn't decide what they wanted to throw there, so he steps off, calls time. Actually, the batter called time. Reeser goes back to that outside edge and just misses. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out now. Runner on second base. Aaron Volcano on the dish. Luke Reeser on the mound. 57s trail by 1 going into the 9th inning. Umpire says Volcano offered on that one, so that would be a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second. Big pitch here from Luke Reeser. Fine drive to the shortstop. Picks it up off of his shoe tops before it hits the ground for a beautiful grab. And that'll be 4 up, 3 down for the 57s in the top of the 9th inning. Trailing by 1, going into the bottom of 9. Hang on, folks. Going to be a great finish.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on after 8.5 innings. It's 13-12 in favor of the Medicine Hat Mavericks over the Swifter 57s. Loving the action on the diamond. Keep the momentum going with FloCollege. Stream live games. Number 31, Ethan Bailey.
Ethan Bailey leads it off for the 57s. The bottom of the 9th inning, trailed by 1. One ball, 1 strike quickly on Ethan Bailey. Third pitch of the bat. Curveball dropped in for a strike. Called strike, 1-2. Fastball down the middle, fouled off by Bailey. Keeps himself alive. Pitcher comes back with up and in. Bailey ducks out just in time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bit of a delayed strike call there, but that was 3rd strike. Curveball came across the zone.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT Swift, the left fielder, number 13, Braxton Vale.
Bringing Braxton Vale to the plate. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. 57's trailing by 1. First pitch strike, 0-1 now on Vale. Second pitch in the dirt. Brings it back to an even count, 1-1. Lined up the middle, played by the shortstop, airmails it into the dugout. Great play by the catcher. I believe that's still Jaden Babiak. Coached for 15 years, and I can't get my catchers to run like that. They should be watching that video. That was a great backup play. Hustling down and catching that grab, catching that overthrow to make sure Braxton stayed at first base. Good hustle there, bud. Vale safe at first anyway with that base hit, so brings Gus Kane up to the dish with 1 out, runner on first base. Top of the strike zone. Gus has a look at that one for strike one. Good plate discipline there by Kane. Watches that one go by for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first base. Kane likes that one, but fouls it back off into foul territory beyond the clubhouse. Head up the middle by Kane. Kane flips to the shortstop flips to the second baseman. Kane hustles down the line. They'll prevent the double play. Keeping the inning alive. Vale's out on second base on the force.
Now batting, sponsored by Senior Rewards, the shortstop number 30, Wilmer Enriquez.
So that'll bring Enriquez to the plate with 2 out. 57's trailing by 1 on the bottom of the 9th. Kane's on first, so they're going to be trying to get him around to score. Enriquez takes that first pitch for strike one. Luis Diaz still pitching for the Mavericks in the bottom of the 9th inning here. Check swing on that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Enriquez takes that 1-1 offering, foul down past the third base side. Foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. A good 2-strike approach here for Enriquez, try to keep the inning going. Misses on the outside edge of the plate. Umpire not ready to end the game there on that one. Good plate discipline by Enriquez to let that one go by. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on first base. 57's trail by 1, bottom of the 9th inning. Off-speed pitch by Diaz gets Enriquez swinging. So what turned out to be a kind of a lopsided game with a big 10-run 7th inning for the 57s brought them within 1. Could not get the last 2 runs across though. So the final score after 9 innings complete is the Medicine Hat Mavericks 13, the Swift Current 57s 12. Once again, I want to thank everybody for sticking around watching the ball game wherever you're from. Again, thoughts are worth a regular play-by-play guy. Ryan Schweitzer dealing with some family issues, and hopefully look forward to having Ryan back here next week, I think. So thank you, everybody, fans, once again, and look forward to chatting with all of you soon. Thank you very much.